Hi everyone, this is going to be a video about my healing space slash witchy room, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to move this a little bit, there we go. I do have makeup videos on this channel as well as my pagan videos and videos about tarot and various healing modalities and things that are important to me spiritually. I have the videos set up in separate playlists so that you can watch whatever you want. And if it doesn't apply across the board for you, then you can just skip the videos that you don't want to see. But I am going to keep them on the same channel for the time being. They're both in my life, and they're both an important part of my life. My spirituality even more so than my makeup, but I am a makeup artist, so I do work with that as well as work spiritually. So they're both going to remain on the same channel for the time being. I won't be switching them up. But you can choose which playlists you want to watch and what videos you want to watch, just as you would with any other channel. So I hope that clarifies this a little bit. I just wanted to say that before I started to do this video about my witchy space slash healing room. So this room, we've recently moved here, so this room isn't painted yet. It's still, white, and I haven't redone the floor yet. I'm still debating about what I'm going to do and all of that good stuff, but I have artwork up and I have things set up so that I can give tarot readings and Reiki sessions, and also so that I can do my own workings throughout the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit and then I'm going to take pictures because I just have this webcam and it's a little difficult to see everything from the webcam. But I'm going to turn the camera around. So you can see this is my table. You can see all the lovely stuff on it. I have a quilt square that my great-grandmother made. Let me just move this stuff out of the way. Right here, I use this for all of my tarot readings. It's really important to me. I didn't know my great-grandmother that well, or my grandmother, but it's just really important to me to have their things around me and in my space, because I think and I feel and I truly believe that energetically they are supporting my work. So that's my altar space. On this side, and you can see we have eaves because it's a cape, I have the 7 witches over my window. They're really important to my magical working and my daily life, and I thank them and honor them every morning. There's some more artwork, and they are located on the west wall of the house. Then here on the south wall, I have my altar set up. You can kind of see it there, and I have some spirituality books behind there on a little shelf. But my altar's in the south right now. For quite a long time, my altar was in the east. Representing new beginnings, because I've had a lot of change in my life over the last 3 years or so. But I don't know, moving in here, I set my altar up in the east, and it just didn't feel right, and I knew that it belonged somewhere else, even though we are in the eastern wheel of the year, and I am born in the eastern wheel of the year, and some pagans do typically place their altar facing east. But that just didn't feel right, and I'm a witch, a solitary witch, so I follow my own path spiritually, and so I put it on the south wall. The altar's not right up against the wall. You can see behind her I have several goddesses. I have Psyche, White Tara, Kuan Yin's there. Inanna's on my altar, and Ishtar. Inanna is my patron goddess, so she is always here. She's in this whole space, even if she's not on the walls as much or whatever. And I also have Buddha on the southern wall too, which I found interesting because I do certainly respect Buddha, but he certainly isn't a patron god for me. But for some reason, I don't know, it just seemed right to set the altar up there, and he's there, so I don't know, he's circling around lately. He's around in this space. Then on the wall where the 7 witches are, which is the western wall, which in Native American tradition is Black Bear Woman, who holds the dream time and intuition, just like the element of water is in the West for us pagans, and that holds intuition, emotion, relationships, all of those kind of things, spirituality. On that wall, I have 3 mini altars set up. I work intimately with stone people. In fact, I do stone divination now. It's a new thing that I'm branching out into. And I have an altar set up for the stone people. Then in the middle, I have an altar set up for Amael. He's a larger stone that I came into contact with when we moved here. And he just really wanted to be in this space. So he is. And he has his own altar set up. And on his altar is also a picture of Lilith, and as well as Grandfather Sky and Shaman. And it just, I don't know, it just feels right. So I'll try to show you those, and I'll include pictures of that. Then the final altar is an altar to the fairies. I work intimately with fairies, and I really, really connect with them, and I feel like it's very easy for me to communicate with them, and it just seemed like it was time for them to have their own altar instead of just a space on my main altar. Or not my main altar, but the altar I use to meditate with and do a lot of my workings at. And I just happened to find this amazing rusted door, like to an old stove. And it just seemed like the perfect fairy door. So that altar is comprised of a fairy door with several other things, as well as a small Indian mirror that just fits there. On either side of the altars, I have tables set up with my tarot decks, and they have their own it's like their own mini altars as well. A lot of people store their tarot decks in, bags or boxes. I don't do that. My decks want to be out, and they want to be, I don't know, to me it's like they can breathe better when they're out in the open. And it's like we're always in conversation in this room together. So it just makes sense for them to be free and be able to just breathe. They're there. I know which one to go to much easier because I can feel their energy. And I do truly believe that tarot decks are not just a tool. They do have their own energy. There are 78 individual spirits, and they do communicate with you if you listen. So it's much easier for me to get the message of, okay, I'm supposed to be working with this deck today, if they're out for me. So I have little spaces set up where they're placed, where honor is, sent to them. And I have stones around them and candles and feathers and just different pieces from the elements that want to be near certain decks at this point in time. My space is always changing, so it could be completely different the next time I do a video. Everything might be changed around. But for right now, and I think for the next few months, at least until the summer solstice, this setup feels pretty good to me. So enough talking about that. Let's see. This is the altar for Amael. This is the altar for my fairies, and I have a waterhouse print, Hylias and the Nymphs, that I just think is perfect for the altar space. And I do have tarot bags for when I travel there. Then you can see this setup that I have with my decks. That's difficult to see. I'll include a picture. And then I'm gonna have to edit this. This is my, I don't know if we can see that. This is the altar for the stone people that I had set up. Like I said, I'm gonna put pictures up because it's a little difficult to see. Then on this wall, this is the eastern wall. I have my prints of the 5 nymphs. They're on the eastern wall. They get thanked and used daily as well, just like the 7 witches. So for the most part, that's my healing space. My table moves around as I need to, and it can be completely removed for when I do Reiki treatments. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing my space, and yeah, I mean, let's talk about it, communicate with me, let me know what you think, show me what you have for your space. One of my favorite things to look at on YouTube is other people's healing spaces. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.